Welcome to episode 19 of the Brick Clubhouse. I'm your host, Chris, and I am joined by our faithful partner in crime. My faithful partner in crime.
Are there multiple of you?
I guess. It all depends on the day.
Sure.
My partner in crime, Evan, who already said something. So, welcome, Evan.
Well, welcome, Chris. Good to be here. Hello.
As we stumble out of the starting blocks.
Great start.
It is. The Olympics are coming up.
Yeah. I've never really been someone to follow the Olympics, but we just never watched it in my house. Every time I watch them, I like them, but my parents just never really went out of their way to put it on.
I remember being obsessed as a child.
Yeah.
With the '84 Olympics in Los Angeles.
Oh, nice. They're coming back soon.
They are. 28.
28?
Yep.
The next one?
Yep. So
that's going to make LA traffic even worse.
So that's fun. But they're going to spread out all over LA.
Yes, but it's also the Olympics.
It is.
And it's also LA.
But we don't care about the Olympics.
All right, now.
We have more important things to do.
We have bigger fish to fry.
Because first, though, we want to give a shout out to Bricks and Minifigs San Diego North that helps make all this happen. And we want to thank each and every one of you for listening. I love the conversations in the store about the podcast. Had one today with somebody thanking us for getting better equipment and for it sounding better.
Yes.
So I don't know how to quite take that.
Your ears are welcome.
But you're welcome, listeners. And I noticed we've been getting some ratings on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. So thank you for those that are giving us those 5-star ratings. We'd love to get more. So it really helps the show and helps people find us. So thank you for doing that. Can't wait to see more. Do we have anything to follow up on?
We were at Comic-Con? Yeah, so by the time this episode releases, we will have been to Comic-Con.
Yeah, and there will be hopefully a little special treat.
Yeah.
Dropped in the feed.
Yeah, we still don't have word yet about what the Lego exclusive thing will be at Comic-Con this year.
No, that'll probably be in the special treat episode because for reasons that will become obvious, this episode will not drop until August 1st.
Yep.
But yeah, Comic-Con will have happened.
We're going this weekend.
We are.
You're going every day.
Yeah, I'm going starting tomorrow.
Maybe 2 of the days.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I think the schedule's still to be worked out.
Yeah, I still have some more balance on my line of credit, so I can go.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
Waste some more money if I need to.
Oh no, I won't let you waste any money because
we're not very good with influencing each other to not.
No, we're really bad when it comes to
How much did you buy at Frankincense? How much did I buy at Frankincense?
I mean, I bought a game system.
Speaking of which, D23 is coming up soon, and so we're gonna have to go back to Frankincense.
Yeah, we will. Because
I need to discuss some of those pins.
We need to discuss when that's going to happen.
Yeah, but first Comic-Con, and before that, this podcast.
Yeah. And as I mentioned, this episode will not drop until August 1st.
And that is because
there are so many new sets coming out August 1st.
Both new to Lego and new to us.
So we're
going to have a good amount of sets in the store that we did not have access to when they released a month ago or 2 months
June
ago.
1st.
Yeah. So, but then there are some sets that we'll get into that we are going to have on release day.
Yes. Everything we're going to talk about, we will have on release day.
Everything that we are going to talk about in this episode, we will have in the store on August 1st.
Yes.
Some of them actually maybe even sooner because they're already released.
No. We have to hold them.
Alrighty then.
Yeah. So Lego gets to release them on June 1st, but we have to wait till August 1st. But that's okay. We'll play the game. But I'm super excited about a lot of these sets, and there are so many. I think we should just jump in with that list instead of dilly-dallying.
And we have a good chunk of these right here
with conversation. We do have some in front of us. And
starting off.
Yeah. Which one do you want to start with?
Well, looking at our order list here, first one is set number 75391, the Captain Rex Y-Wing Microfighter with 99 pieces and one until now
kind of exclusive
Captain Rex. For those of you who are in the Lego Star Wars community or just the Lego community at large, you may already know that this is quite the controversial microfighter.
It is.
I think that's the first time you could ever say that. For those of you who know, maybe for those of you who don't know, this Captain Rex minifigure was originally exclusive to the UCS Venator that came out last fall, which was a $650 set, which means that in order to get a current Captain Rex minifigure, you had to spend $650 to get the Venator. It is now in a microfighter set. First time we've gotten Captain Rex's Y-Wing as a ship, which has been a highly requested ship by the fans. However, I don't think that microfighter was the form that fans were necessarily having in mind.
No, but
we got it. And it's a good figure. It's not the best Rex figure, but it's a good figure.
It's a pretty good figure.
Yeah, there are a couple
It's in
drawbacks.
$15 set.
Which is great.
I mean, how can you complain?
That's kind of the issue with this one, is that the quality of this figure for a microfighter is great. The quality of this figure when it was in the Venator is not great. And the bigger issue is that some people are frustrated because they were told, because it was literally printed in the instruction manual for the Venator, that this is an exclusive Rex figure to the Venator. And then not, less than a year later, they're releasing it in a microfighter. So,
and this isn't the first time Lego has done that.
Might have been the first time that they specifically said exclusive and then released it.
Maybe another set that's coming further down our list, the buildable C-3PO.
Yeah,
I think has the same figure
as the UCS Land Speeder.
It does,
but I don't know if they ever said that it was supposed to be exclusive to
I don't know.
Set. Anyways, I think here's the thing. This Rex figure, it has the helmet holes that are out of place that we've grown accustomed to. It does not have a waist cape that is cloth. There is one of those lame little printed black lines on their thighs.
Yeah.
So it does have the head from season 7 of the Clone Wars with the bandage on his head. It does have a nice cloth pauldron, which is probably oversized, but looks good. So, for those of you that have seen the figure for the Venator, it's the same figure. Like I said, it's a good figure for a little microfighter. Not the best figure for a UCS set. But hopefully for those of you that don't have a Captain Rex minifigure and couldn't afford one until now, this is now the most affordable way to get a Captain Rex minifigure. That is an official Lego figure.
Yeah, and like I said, for a microfighter, it's a good looking figure.
Sure.
I think it's definitely worth picking one up if you're in need of a Rex in your collection.
And who isn't? Let's be honest. Who doesn't want a Rex in their collection?
I don't think I have one.
I do.
But you have the original one.
I have the 2013 one.
Yeah.
It's not in the greatest shape. I think I'm also still missing the correct head for it. But it's a Rex minifigure.
Yeah.
And it's the dang good one.
More than I can say I have.
Yeah.
Also in this is the first of the new
Rebuild the Galaxy
sets.
Of which there are 3.
Yes. So
and we will have all 3 of them.
We will.
Yeah.
So this is set number 75393. This is the combo X-Wing TIE Fighter where you can swap
X-Fighter and TIE Wing.
Swap the wings, which it's pretty fun.
It's a fun little play feature. So for those of you that might not know, so there's this new Lego Star Wars special coming out, I think in September, maybe August.
Yeah, sometime.
But they release these on Disney Plus periodically. This one is called Rebuild the Galaxy, and I guess the premise is that the galaxy is being turned upside down, and things are not as they used to be, and things are getting mismatched and turned all over, and I think Geonosis becomes a snow planet and all these things. And so one of the things is that there are ships flying around with the cockpit of a TIE fighter and the wings of an X-Wing, and ships flying around with the cockpit and fuselage of an X-Wing and wings of a TIE fighter. So in this set, it's another one of those combo sets, much like the E-Wing set or the TIE Interceptor set from Mandalorian. So you do get an X-Wing and a TIE fighter in one set for the first time, which is cool.
Yeah.
And then you can switch the wings around. So $100 set, I think, around there for an X-Wing and a TIE fighter plus a handful of minifigures.
Yeah, the mashup's great, and there's a McDonald's looking R2 unit.
It's supposed to be Lego colors, but it looks very McDonald's.
Yeah, and then some other figures with that. It's fun. Little kid me would have loved this as a play set.
Yeah, I think this is definitely one of those sets where many of the Lego Star Wars sets that are in like the 8+ line, like one of the sets we're going to get to a little bit in the Battle of Peridea, that's a set that's, says 8+, but it's very much also appealing to adults. This set feels more like a set that is really kind of aimed more towards kids and less to collectors, because it isn't the best play scale X-Wing or TIE Fighter they've made, even in the last couple of years. But it's a way to get both of them in one set, and yeah, to have some play functionality that's very unique.
I think kids that like the show will like it. And you get 5 minifigures. They're pretty basic. Like, none of them are screaming out to me like these are going to be, super sought after.
Right. But I do think they're all exclusive.
They, they could be the TIE
TIE
fighter.
Pilot, just kidding.
Yeah.
The TIE Pilot, I think, is not exclusive.
And I don't know, the X-Wing pilot, it could be a particular character that I'm unaware of. But super fun set.
Yeah.
I'm glad they did it. They're trying some different things.
They are.
And so that's fun.
Do you want to go ahead and just do the other two Rebuild the Galaxy sets while we're at
Sure.
it? Okay.
We might as well. One we have in front of us, actually. It is set number 75389, the Dark Falcon. This one comes in with 1,579 pieces. I really want this set.
This is a cool set.
And for those that don't know or haven't heard, the Dark Falcon, it is a Millennium Falcon
In black.
in black.
Does it come in black?
And
It does now.
is that black or is that
That's a Dark Knight reference.
okay?
Does it come in black?
Well, I was thinking more of a Tom Haverford reference to the different shades of
midnight.
black.
Yeah. I got you.
Never mind. And it's got like red windows, so it's super fun. Just kind of a different look for a ship we know really well. But what makes this set?
It's the minifigures.
It's the minifigures.
Yeah.
That's why I want it. So it comes with a beach themed Luke holding his blue milk, and he's got like
he's wearing the necklace that Anakin made for Padme.
Oh, is that what it is?
Uh-huh.
And he's got kind of like a hippie vest on, and
the Hawaiian shirt he's wearing. He looks like the Big Lebowski, honestly.
he does.
But the Hawaiian shirt he's wearing, like there's prints of it on the back, and it's like a surfboard and a beach ball and stuff. But in the middle of it has the Tatooine homestead, which is kind of fun.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And then we also get a Jedi Vader.
Yeah.
So this Vader is all white.
All white.
With a blue lightsaber.
So this is based off of Legends, the redeemed Vader, right? The Vader that kind of was redeemed and became a Jedi. But they're calling him Jedi Vader, not redeemed Vader. But it's a cool figure. Like a white Darth Vader. It's kind of like the prototype white Boba Fett.
Yeah, I just think it's super fun. I really want this figure. There's also Bounty Hunter C-3PO, which is a normal looking C-3PO, but much like in The Force Awakens where he has the red arm, it's replaced with a black arm.
Yep, black arm.
Not the dual molded legs though.
No, but he also has red eyes like we see in The Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a combination of the red arm type of thing from Force Awakens and then the red eyes from Rise of Skywalker.
And we have another character, Darth Dev, which I'm assuming we will meet in the show, Rebuild the Galaxy.
Yeah, I think there's at least one or two new characters in each of the sets for Rebuild the Galaxy.
And then the two that I think a lot of people are going to be interested in. One is Darth Jar Jar. So we've got
yes,
evil.
You did hear that correctly.
Evil Jar Jar.
They made a Darth Jar Jar figure.
He's got the double-sided lightsaber like Darth Maul in red. Super fun. He's got his dark black Sith robes on. And then we also get Darth Rey, like in the flashback from the sequel.
Well, the vision that she gets.
Oh, the vision of her turning evil.
Yeah, and Rise of Skywalker as well.
And it's got the double lightsaber that she has in Rise of Skywalker. Rise of Lightsaber.
Oh my God.
And then, she's got her black cape and her black Sith robes.
Yeah.
Super fun.
The fact that they made a Darth Jar Jar figure is hilarious.
I mean,
this is a set. None of these figures will ever be made again.
Oh, no. And none of them really... I'm sure no one expected them ever to really exist to begin with.
No, and that's why some people are super stoked. They're like, I don't even care if Rebuild the Galaxy is a good movie. Like, the fact that it gave us some of these figures and a figure in the next set that we'll cover here in a second. Yeah, it's just kind of nuts that they made a Jedi Vader. Darth Rey is less surprising, but Darth Jar Jar, like...
I mean, that's right out of, like, fan theories. The fact
exactly.
that exists at all.
And I think it's really cool, too, that in the in the Rebuild the Galaxy special, Darth Jar Jar is voiced by Ahmed Best. He came back to voice the character,
So
which
good.
is super cool. So,
And then the interior of the Falcon has some fun play features. There's like this little video game corner, and you can eject some of the characters out the roof.
yeah,
They did a good job with the play features, but it's not that different from the last buildable Falcon we
yeah,
had.
I was just going to say, if you've seen the Rise of Skywalker Millennium Falcon, which in many people's opinion is one of the best play scale Falcons that they've made, it's pretty much the exact same build, just in black and red instead of light bluish gray and blue. And then all of the different rooms on the interior are just flipped from where they were in in the Rise of Skywalker Falcon. It's pretty much the same interior in a lot of ways, but just flipped. So
It's a lot of fun.
it's a good one.
It's great. And do you want to tell us about the third and final
Yeah, so the
Rebuild the
third
Galaxy?
Rebuild the Galaxy set is going to be set 75388. This is Jedi Bob's Starfighter. So Jedi Bob was a Lego original character that was just an unnamed Jedi that came out in the very first Lego Star Wars Republic gunship set in '03, I
I
believe.
don't remember what year, but it was early.
And the fandom lovingly called him Jedi Bob. That figure is now worth like over $100.
It's crazy.
It has a unique torso print. That's pretty much it.
Yep, because it's just like
And the face, I
basic.
guess.
Yeah, it's a pretty basic face.
Yeah. But they're making a Jedi Starfighter for him. It's red and white. It's a very unique looking design. It comes with 3 minifigures, one of which being Jedi Bob. He still has the the classic yellow Lego skin tone. He has the old brown hood piece. It's not the newer hood piece. He is also accompanied with a unique looking Gonk droid and Akbar Trooper, which is literally an Admiral Akbar head on a clone trooper body.
So weird.
So, from what we've seen so far about this ship, the ship is a cool build. It's wild that we're even getting Jedi Bob to have his own starfighter. Jedi Bob is voiced by Bobby Moynihan in the Rebuild the Galaxy show, which is super fun. There's a cool interview with him, I think, on Seth Meyers talking about the character, so you should go check it out. It's
Yeah,
pretty
it's a
funny.
great bit of casting. We'll have to find it, put it in
Yeah.
the show notes.
So those are the 3 Rebuild the Galaxy sets. People really wanted a Jedi Bob figure to come out in the UCS gunship, and there was much frustration when that did not happen. So I do think that, yes, this is a tie-in to Rebuild the Galaxy, but it seems like it's also
Some fan service.
trying to make up a little bit for the lack of Jedi Bob a few years ago.
It's almost like when they put him in Rebuild the Galaxy, it was all part of the joke.
Yeah, I guess so. I'm very curious. He's supposed to be like the narrator and kind of like main protagonist of Rebuild the Galaxy, at least according to the first trailer they released for it. We'll have to see though. But those are the 3 Rebuild the Galaxy sets. Like we said, those are all releasing and will be available in the store, Bricks and Minifigs San Diego North, on August 1st, which is the day that this podcast releases. So maybe they're available. Well, they will be available as you hear this.
Yeah, so run on down. Some of these will be in more limited quantity. So you'll want to get there early for some of them. But that's not all we have for Star Wars.
Nope.
We also have set 75396, the Desert Skiff and Sarlacc Pit. So this is the classic scene from Return of the Jedi of the desert skiff out and Boba Fett falling into the Sarlacc pit. A lot of people are thinking this is a prequel foreshadowing of Jabba's sail barge coming later in the fall.
That's what people are hoping for.
But we'll have to see what Lego has to say about that later.
Yeah.
A great little set, a good selection of minifigures.
All the figures you would expect.
Yeah, I mean it's the classics. We've got Luke and Han. We do get Lando in his bounty hunter
Skip guard.
Yep, and Boba Fett's in there and Chewie, and it does have the 25th anniversary figure for Nien Nub.
Nien Nub.
Yeah, so you can if you're collecting those, you'll want to pick this one up.
First Nien Nub figure and unique molded head.
Yeah, it's cool. A good looking head. Some of these figures they haven't done that great on.
Yeah.
But this one looks pretty good.
Yeah. So early consensus on this one is that best Sarlacc pit and skiff guard or skiff build that we've ever gotten. So there's some frustrations about kind of piece count and stuff, but apparently the build is supposed to be great.
Yeah, the skiff looks a little small to me looking at the pictures. The Sarlacc pit looks great. A lot more like surrounding ground around the Sarlacc pit than we've gotten on earlier ones. So it's a good one.
It's a good set.
Yep.
Next one is set 75398. This is the buildable C3PO. This is exactly what it sounds like. It is a buildable C3PO on a stand, similar to the Chewbacca figure from last year.
And the buildable R2 that came out earlier this year.
Yeah, I just meant in terms of like having the stand to stand on. But yeah, it actually is in scale with the R2D2 set that came out on May 1st. So there's like that classic picture of C3PO like standing next to R2 with his hand on top of him. You can recreate that if you get this set and the R2D2 buildable set from May 1st. Unlike the R2D2 set, this set does not come with a 25th anniversary minifigure, but it does come with a 25 years of Lego Star Wars printed brick, as well as a display plaque with the specifications. And as Chris mentioned earlier, it does come with the same C3PO minifigure that first came in the UCS Landspeeder, which includes one dual molded leg in silver. So the bottom half of his right leg is silver, and there is side leg printing on both legs. So the most highly detailed and the best C3PO
it's
figure
a good
I've ever
looking
got.
C3PO figure.
And this build, I think, looks great. I just said this when we were talking about the Chewbacca buildable figure. Honestly, the Chewbacca buildable figure looks better in person than it ever does,
really does
on the renders. But I said when that set came out, I think that the buildable character sub theme just suits droids better. And I think this continues to prove that point because the 3PO figure looks awesome. He looks great.
We had a mock night the other night in the store, and there were some great builders, and one of them was talking about wanting to get this C3PO set so he could build a backpack to put on Chewie
Yeah,
and put 3PO there. And
which
I
would be
thought that
super
was
fun.
a great idea. We need to keep this party moving. The last of the ones that are going to be brand new to everyone is set number 75385, and that is from the Ahsoka show,
Mm-hmm.
the Battle of Peridea.
Yeah, Ahsoka Tano's duel on Peridea.
Yes, I'm excited about this one. Just, it's a pretty basic build, but the figure selection is fantastic.
Yeah, for 380 pieces, I think the build is about as good as we could have hoped for.
Yeah, I mean,
lots of stickers, unfortunately.
It's kind of a basic black platform with some movable parts, like some turntables, so you can have the figures, battle each other, and some lightsaber duels happening.
Yeah. But similar to the Dark Falcon, this set's all about the figures.
It is, because we get Grand Admiral Thrawn, which he looks fantastic in here.
Yeah, really good version of Admiral Thrawn. Got the dual molded legs, so you can tell that he's wearing the high boots.
We've got another great looking Ahsoka. I'm not sure if this one is unique.
Yeah, every figure
is exclusive.
Yeah, every figure in the set's exclusive as of release. So this is the Ahsoka the White variation.
Okay, Ahsoka the White. We also get grown Ezra, Dreamy Ezra. He is looking very fly,
very dreamy.
With his swept back hair, and he's got his lightsaber. We also have Morgan Elsbeth thrown in there.
And this is a different variation than from the Balin Scrolls ship that we got earlier last year. This one has, not Balin Scrolls, the Shin Hati's ship.
Yeah, this is after her transformation.
Yeah, so she has like the black eyes and like the print on her face of like the tattoos. So
we also get a Night Trooper. I really was hoping for Captain Enoch, but we still get a pretty cool Night Trooper with the kind of gold wrappings on him, and his face when you take his helmet off is the zombie. It's a great figure.
I was expecting a plain black head, but nope, they gave it a zombie print, and like Chris said, all the gold detailing on the helmet, torso, and legs. So
yeah, it's good. It's not Captain Enoch, but I'll take it nonetheless.
I do think it is worth mentioning that on the box art above this set, you do see Thrawn's Star Destroyer, the Chimera, looming ominously. I would be shocked if we don't get a Chimera Lego set here in the next couple of years, especially with Ahsoka Season 2 coming out.
I know,
and I would imagine that Captain Enoch will be in that set.
Spoiler alert, we're just getting a new a Star Destroyer.
Yep.
So would they do another one so soon?
In a couple years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I agree. I would love a Chimera, but we'll have to see what the future holds that way. I am excited about this set, picking it up if,
Yeah.
like I said, if nothing else for the figures.
Yeah. The last one that will be brand new August 1st that we'll go over real quick is set 75374. This is going to be the Onyx Cinder set from the Skeleton Crew show that is yet to be released.
Yeah.
It was supposed to come out in January or February initially and has been delayed.
I think it's scheduled for October, November.
Something like that. I like Jude Law. The premise sounds interesting enough. I hope it's a good show. Apparently the ship looks pretty cool.
Yeah, the ship looks great. I don't really know much about the characters.
No.
I mean,
so we can't really dive too deep into it.
The premise is Jude Law has a bunch of young, force-sensitive children, and
pulling off heists with him.
Yeah, and that's pretty much all we know about it. There's not been a trailer or anything, but the ship does look good. It's got some good interior space. It's a little on the larger side. I guess we can judge it once the series comes out.
Yeah. Moving right along to new sets from a different theme. We are going to have, it looks like, 4 brand new Lego Batman sets. We'll just go through these briefly. So, first one is set 75270. This is a Batman mech. Exactly what it sounds like. It is a mech for Batman. The next set is set 76272. This is the Batcave with Batman, Batgirl, and the Joker. This looks like it's a 4+ set. Good way to get some classic Batman minifigures. The third one is set 76273. This is the Batman construction figure and the Batpod bike. This is based off of The Dark Knight. This is a buildable Batman figure, similar to the buildable Spider-Man, buildable Iron Man. Yeah. Actually, they did do another buildable Batman, I think.
I mean, there have been a lot of these buildable figures recently.
Yeah.
And
he comes with a bike.
Now I'll have Batman on his bike.
Yeah. And lastly, set 76274. This is the one that we really care about. This is that I really care about. This is set 76274. Batman with the Batmobile versus Harley Quinn and Mr. Freeze. This is the Batmobile from the Batman the Animated Series TV show that I grew up on, and this is super exciting to get.
It looks really good.
I love how they went for the dark blue color scheme instead of the black.
They're really embracing like the uniqueness of the animated series, and I love that.
As some of you guys know, earlier this year they came out with the very first ever Batman the Animated Series set with the giant Gotham City skyline set, which I still can't wait to get my hands on. It's an awesome set. But this is another Batman the Animated Series set. Yeah. This comes with, as of right now, an exclusive Mr. Freeze minifigure. It's also an exclusive Batman figure. It's a little bit different than the Batman figure in the Gotham City Skyline set. However, to my knowledge, it is the same Harley Quinn from that set. But this comes with another display plaque with some specifications and the little turntable for you to put the Batmobile on and kind of spin it. And
that's what I love. So it can go next to the classic Batmobile from a few years ago.
The tumbler and the Pattinson Batmobile.
Yeah, if you're a fan of the animated series, this is definitely one you'll want to add to your wish list.
And Chris, as you know, I'm a big Batman fan, and I've started collecting all those play-scale Batmobiles. And so, to have another one in that series that just kind of goes all in the same scale together, with the little stands and the display plaques, it's awesome.
Yeah, and great figures to boot. It's a really good one. We also have some other superhero-themed ones here on the Marvel side. We have set 76286, Guardians of the Galaxy, the Milano spaceship.
Another Milano.
Again.
It looks great, though.
It does. It looks really good. Figures great. Exactly who you would expect. Guardians of the Galaxy.
The thing is that this is like the third Milano they've made, so there's not much else to say.
No.
I do believe it's the biggest one. So probably the most detailed
and
one.
It's definitely built for display. It comes with a display stand.
Yeah.
Like you said, it looks really good. If you don't have an earlier one, here's another one for you to pick up.
There it is.
We also have set number 76287, Iron Man with Bike and the Hulk. So I believe this is a 4+ set.
Yeah, it is.
And, it's a great little play set for your little guy or gal that may want some of these characters. It's a great way to get them. We also have 76288, Iron Man and the Iron Legion versus Hydra Soldier. Another 4+ set, I believe. Maybe not.
I think it's an 8+.
but it is again a smaller build. This one is mostly about that figure selection. We also have set 76289 Thor versus the Suitor construction figure. So
Yeah, this looks to be based off of the first scene from Thor Ragnarok, which is
yeah, with the
pretty fun.
big figure, and they're fighting. Yeah, we're getting a lot of these like kind of Marvel play sets, which is great because getting these characters in new ways is always fun. We also are getting a new buildable Groot. We have a few others, and this one is Dancing Groot. So 76297, little Dancing Groot in his little pot.
Yep,
And
and headphones and
and
sunglasses.
headphone, yeah,
Yeah.
it's a lot of fun. I have the original buildable Groot. I passed on the Venomized one,
Oh yeah.
but I like this Dancing Groot.
Yeah,
It's kind of fun.
it's a fun one. We also have, looks like, 4 new sets out of the Speed Champions lineup. This is set 76923, the Lamborghini Lambo V12 Vision GT Supercar. This one looks actually really cool. They kind of went for the olive green
Yeah,
color scheme, and it looks really sleek.
yeah. How can you not like a Lambo?
Yeah, that's a good one. There's also a 2-pack. This is 76924, the Mercedes AMG G63 and the Mercedes AMG SL63. Black car and a yellow car. I'm not a big car guy. You know way more about cars than I do, but I did just tell you the names of them.
Yeah, I mean this is
That's all I know.
the Mercedes SUV, like their big kind of off-roader as well as kind of their sport coupe. So a fun pair. Speed Champions fans will definitely like them.
Yeah.
Then we also have a NASCAR Camaro, which we've had a lot of F1 cars, so NASCAR getting a shout out. But I think the standout of this collection is really a new version of the Ferrari F40
Yeah,
supercar, and this is set number 76934.
Is this the Magnum PI car?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
this is like the classic Ferrari.
Sorry, let me be clear. It's not based on Magnum PI. It's not licensed.
No, no,
There's
no.
no Thomas Magnum figure.
Yeah.
Although that'd be awesome.
Yeah, I'm just kind of surprised we've gotten some other
Like they did like the Fast and Furious.
the Fast and Furious, and we did
Oh my
James
gosh.
Bond.
Okay, now I
Can
want
you
to
imagine?
now I want a Magnum set. That'd be sweet.
Someone needs
Anyways,
to do that in
yeah.
Lego Ideas.
If they ever wanted to make the F40 like as a big like $200 sized set, they could just license it from Magnum and give us like a TV
And
and a
and we
Rick
do
and a
have
Magnum.
an old
It's an older one,
old
though.
F1, yeah, F40 that doesn't have any figures or anything. It was before
And
they started doing
it's not the open top either,
no.
so they could do that. Anyways,
So anyway, super fun to have that added to our Speed Champion line.
yeah. Next up, there's 2 sets from the greatest Lego theme of all time, ever, forever, and always.
I mean,
No exaggeration found.
a little hyperbole,
Never.
but
No
these are 2 great sets.
We have 2 more Lego Animal Crossing sets. Let's go.
Yes.
For those of you
And
that have listened to our podcast
rejoicing.
before, know that I am a huge Animal Crossing fan. So we got 2 more. We have set 77051. This is the Fly with Dodo Airlines Airport. This set we have both of these with us right here, actually. This set has 292 pieces and comes with 2 minifigures, that being Tangy the cat and Wilbur the dodo. I'm really bummed we didn't get Orville.
I know.
Really wanted both of my dodos, but we got one of them.
Yeah, you might have to get 2 and then create another one.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just a small build. You get the seaplane. It is the blue airport. So for those of you that play Animal Crossing, you know that you get a random colored airport. This one happens to be the blue variation, which I do think is the color that mine is.
I don't remember. I'll have to go look at mine.
About.
I know what color my airport is.
There's a printed Nook Miles ticket accessory for Tangy. You got the little seaplane. You got the little dock in the airport build. Super fun little build. I think it's just a perfect set to add to the Animal Crossing line. And the next one I'll let Chris talk about.
Yeah, I'm excited about this one. And this is set number 77052. This is KK's concert at the Plaza. And I of all like the characters in there, I really like KK Slider. He's one of my favorites. For those of you that don't play the game, he is this white dog.
Yep, does not wear clothes, even though the rest of them do.
Yeah, but he has this guitar, So I guess that covers up the important parts.
When he's playing.
And I love this. It also comes with his little van that I guess he lives in
Yeah,
from
so
the earlier Animal Crossing
Pocket
games.
Camp. Well, there's Pocket Camp, and there was also, anyways, there was a game where you could get villagers would come with like camping vans or camping trailers that would be like decked out instead of houses. They came with like camping trailers. I think it was Pocket Camp. Yeah. And so this is KK's van from Pocket Camp. It's funny because these sets are based off of New Horizons. That's the only thing so far that's been in one of these sets that's not actually in New Horizons.
And that's what I knew I hadn't seen it
Yeah.
in New Horizons. You also get the central building,
Resident services.
the resident services that's in the plaza.
At least one more printed KK Slider album tile, which is always great.
Yeah, and another Isabelle.
Another variation of Isabelle.
Did we need another Isabelle?
Yeah, so this is some of the different sets. Like the Julian set was set in spring with the cherry blossoms. You got other versions of the trees. So this set is set in autumn. So you get an orange autumn tree with oranges on it. Actually, not oranges. They're just orange leaves. So they gave you like the autumn variation. That's an Ed Sheeran reference unintentionally. They gave you the autumn variation of Audie. For those of you that don't know, Autumn Variations is Ed Sheeran's last album. Go check it out. But Isabelle changes outfits throughout the seasons, and this is her autumn coat that she's wearing. But yes, it is our second Isabelle figure. I would have preferred another villager.
Yeah.
Or actually, we've talked about this. What I really would have loved is if they would have done one of the NPCs that sells something to you in the plaza.
That's what I would have liked.
Kix is at the top of that list.
Yeah, I would have liked any of them.
Or Sahara.
With the little... I mean, because we even get the little cafe selling things. We just don't have the figure to go with it.
Yeah, I would have loved... I still think it would be cool to get like a poly bag of each of those. So like a Kix poly bag with like his little stand.
That would be fun.
And like a Leaf poly bag with his little stand.
Yeah.
I do think this was a great opportunity to include one of those. Like, okay, so it's autumn. You could have done Franklin the turkey with his little turkey day setup, which that would have made it a holiday theme set. So maybe that's why they didn't do that. But there's a lot of different animals, different NPCs you could have done. But
I'm just glad they didn't do the crazy Easter bunny.
Oh my gosh, Zipper T, never speak of Zipper. The last figure is Audie the fox. She's a wolf figure.
Yeah, one of the villagers.
This is a great figure. This was one of my first villagers on my Animal Crossing island. And just real quick, little backstory on Audie. There's a grandmother whose grandson put a video of her on YouTube a few years ago because she had like over 2,000 hours played in the Animal Crossing New Leaf on the Nintendo DS, and her name was Audie. And so the developers, when they made New Horizons, they made a villager and named it after her, which was super cool.
That's great.
And there's a video that the grandson posted of the community had fundraised money to buy her the Animal Crossing New Horizons version of the Switch and the game and the amiibo card for Filbert, who was her favorite character, which is your favorite.
It is one of my favorites, yeah.
And then they told her, like, they made a character based off of you, which is just super cool. So she's a fun one. I'm glad they included her.
And like all the other Animal Crossing sets, these are built on those little platforms like the Mario sets.
Yeah.
So you can kind of customize and build it into your island how you want. I love this one. Of all the Animal Crossing sets, this is one of my favorites because KK.
I mean, KK Slider really is just... It's a good selling point. And to have resident services in the same scale as like Nook's Cranny and the houses we've gotten up to this point.
That's also a lot of fun.
Just building up our islands in Lego form.
Yeah, it's a great set. Like you said, you get the little van, you get the little cafe area in the plaza, you get the concert.
Keep it going, Lego. Keep it up.
Yeah.
More Animal Crossing sets. We want more.
Yeah.
All the Animal Crossing
because only
sets.
2 in this wave. Like,
I know.
It doesn't seem like enough.
We still need a CMF line. That's still a to be filled episode.
Yeah, we've discussed. We'll go into detail at some point.
But moving right along, 2 more Lego Botanical sets. Set 10368. This is the Chrysanthemum flower. This one's great. It's another one that has a buildable vase with it, so it's not like the wildflower bouquet or the roses where you. No,
this is both of these have vases.
They're both potted, yeah.
Which I think is fun.
Yeah. So that one, and as Chris said, there's the second one, which is
1039 or 369, the plum blossom flower. Both these look great.
They look fantastic.
They're a little on the smaller side. Like they're not to the scale of like the orchid or any of those.
Like the birds of paradise.
Right. They're smaller both in price and in size.
But again, they just continue to have such clever part usage and they look so good.
I love the botanicals. They're so fun. around the house. Like people don't even realize they're Lego
I
a
have
lot of times.
walked into so many of my friends' houses and apartments that have bought no other Lego sets ever, but they have these ones. They have the flower bouquet, or they have the bonsai tree, or something like that. They
We're
just look great.
constantly being asked about them in the store. Are there any new ones?
Yep.
Yeah, people love these botanicals. I'm glad they're keeping it going with a few new ones in this wave.
Yeah, we got 2 new Minecraft sets as well. We don't have to dive too far into those. There's the Cherry Blossom Garden and the Pirate Ship Voyage. We got another 3-in-1. This is of a T-Rex, which is fun.
The 3-in-1, they continue to do really well on those. We've got some friend sets coming in. We've got a city set, the modern house.
Yeah,
Sorry, I was confusing some of these together. And then we also, which the modern house, it's a nice large build.
it's pretty big. It looks
Yeah, and for those that might have just city themed builds, it's a great one. And then we've got some friends. We've got adventure camp, archery. We've got the beach water scooter and the dark dog grooming car. So just kind of some random adventures for your mini dolls.
Yeah, and then let's see, we got a couple more city sets. So we got 60407, the red double-decker sightseeing bus,
I love this one.
which looks great. Got the 60421 Robot World roller coaster, which also looks good. This one was
Yeah.
very happily received by the fans.
And I'll just say this, going back to the red double decker.
Yeah, go for it. Sorry.
This is not so much like the ones like you would see in Europe, but this feels more
Like an LA one.
yeah, like the ones
Yeah.
like you would get on in New York or whatever that would
Or like
would take
LA,
you
like
along.
like the Beverly Hills, like
It-
look
yeah,
through the celebrities' houses, like that
exactly.
sort of thing.
Yeah, it's more like the U.S. city version of those, but it's still super fun
Yeah.
and like it. And then, as you mentioned, the Robot World roller coaster. We've got some great, like really big roller coasters, so it's fun to get this more in a smaller
Yeah.
play set kind of build.
Yeah.
And it's space themed.
Yeah, and then 2 more Lego City sets. We got set 60424. This is the Jungle Explorer ATV Red Panda Mission, another set we do have in hand right here. This is one of the sets this year that sees the return of a new and updated version of Johnny Thunder. This one being in an ATV with a brand new little red panda mold, which, come on, who doesn't love red pandas?
This whole line
The jungle
of the
scene
jungle,
is so good.
they did so good with the animals.
Yeah, speaking of which,
We also have the water plane, and this comes with some alligators. And who doesn't like a water plane?
yeah, brand new alligator molds as well. So this theme this year has also seen the inclusion of brand new gorilla molds. We do have the gorilla baby
Polybag.
polybag, but not the one with the actual big gorilla. But jungle themed sets this year have been great. So we will have a couple more of those on August 1st as well. I guess we have a couple more. The 2 Ninjago sets.
Yeah, there are a few Ninjago sets. We have Zane's Ice Motorcycle, which is a lot of fun. That's set number 71816. We've also got Would It Be a Ninjago line without a mech? So we got Cole's Titan Dragon Mech, set number 71821. Both look great. I mean, Ninjago continues to do what Ninjago does best, which is just super playable builds that are fun.
It feels like
with fun colors and pieces.
Yeah, it feels like Lego Ninjago fans are always pretty satisfied with the things they get, which is nice. We won't cover them in detail, but just to share with you guys some of the sets that we said came out in June that we will have now in the store officially. That includes some Disney sets. We got 43243. This is the smaller Simba the Lion Cub set. We also have 43247, the young Simba the Lion King set. This is the larger buildable Simba. So we'll have both the large and the small. And the third Disney set we'll have is set 43245. This is Disney Encanto, the Magical Madrigal House. So biggest and best version of Casita so far. Unfortunately, they are mini dolls for all the characters, but the build looks fantastic.
So a little something for everyone, I think, in this wave. Super fun, and like we said, these will all be in the store August 1st for you to come in to see. If you want to pick them up, they will all be available.
Yeah.
that day.
We'll also have some of the Harry Potter and Star Wars sets from the last wave from June as well. So the
Yeah.
battle packs for Star Wars, and then pretty much the whole Harry Potter theme that came out in June as well. So
Yeah,
if you've been waiting to get those sets and looking for them, we will have those ones now as well.
it's always nice to catch up and have them all.
A lot of sets to get through tonight.
Yeah, and I would say what's new in the store, but I
That's
think
it.
we just talked about
just
what's
let you
new in
know.
the store. A
Yeah.
whole bunch of new sets.
Sorry if we skimmed through your favorite theme there really quickly. We tend to spend a lot of time on the Star Wars sets sometimes,
We do.
and then we're like, oh, we have all these other sets to get through. I think what it is that no matter what we would start with, that would happen
We would
because
talk the most.
we just get excited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although we did go into more detail than usual on
And just
Animal Crossing.
Yeah. And just being honest, you and I know the most about Lego Star Wars.
This is true.
Good chunk about Lego Animal Crossing, a decent chunk for me at least about Lego.
And
Lego
for the
Harry
people
Potter.
that come into the store, most of the time, Star Wars is what they're asking about.
Yeah.
So we wanted to cover that first.
If you'd like for us to cover other themes in more depth in the future, like City or Friends or anything like that, let us know in the comments, in the
Yeah.
reviews. We're trying to make sure that we cater the things that we really focus on to our audience. And so if you're happy with that focus being primarily Star Wars and other 18 plus sets and Animal Crossing and things like that, then great.
Yeah,
But let us know.
Leave us a comment at one of our Instagram accounts, either at Bricks and Minifigs San Diego or at the Brick Clubhouse. You can find us at either place on Instagram or Facebook. We'd love to hear from you and to get some feedbacks. Let us know what set you're looking most forward to in this wave.
Dude, I don't even know.
I know it's hard to pick.
For me, it's either KK or the Batmobile or Dodo Airlines.
Yeah, I'm also really excited about the Dark Falcon.
Yeah, that's true.
And as much as I haven't been a big fan of Harry Potter, the Durmstrang ship looks so good. Did we even talk about it?
No, because it came out in June. So like I said, like the whole wave of June Harry Potter sets we'll have. So yeah.
The Durmstrang ship.
Go
look it up, people.
Mandrake, all those.
I'm really excited about that one.
Yeah, that's the set that's been a long time coming, and I think they did a great job.
Yep, but they will all be there, and we will too, or at least I will.
Yeah,
we'll make you.
We'll stop by.
We'll make you stop by.
I would love to stop by.
A little tease for our next episode. We are coming up on our first anniversary.
We are.
So we will be talking more about that on the next episode of the Brick Clubhouse.
Yeah.
What you can expect and all the fun we'll be having. That'll be a little tease on August 10th.
Yeah.
So, again, maybe we can convince Evan to stop by.
Oh, I would love to.
Shake a few hands.
Maybe
kiss a few babies.
Maybe we can record some stuff in the store.
That would be fun.
Huh?
That would be a lot of fun. We'd have to figure out logistics.
We'll talk about it later. But
yeah,
first is Comic-Con this weekend.
Yes, and you will probably see some of us there before you hear this, but that's okay.
Yeah.
I think we have come to the end of another episode here in the Brick Clubhouse. Thank you so much for joining. Again, you can find us on Instagram at the Brick Clubhouse or Bricks and Minifigs San Diego, and let us know you heard about it on the podcast.
Yeah.
So, why don't you say goodbye, Evan?
Goodbye, Chris. Goodbye, everyone.